Hello everyone, welcome to AJZ Studios, and I just wanted to make this quick video going over what had occurred on SmackDown tonight. We're on the road to the Elimination Chamber. It's going to be next Saturday. We have a men's Elimination Chamber match to determine who's going to face Cody for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania in Vegas. Uh, that match consists of Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and John Cena. And with all that going on, we have The Rock randomly announcing yesterday that he's going to show up on SmackDown in New Orleans. And initially, I mean, the rumors were there that WrestleMania next year in 2026 is going to be in New Orleans at the Superdome. Going to be the third WrestleMania at that venue. Looks pretty exciting. I'm not certain if I'll be attending, but I'm very intrigued. I've never been to New Orleans, so this may have to be my fourth WrestleMania in a row. I'm not making any commitments just yet, though. So exciting stuff. People assumed that that was going to be the thing. Rock was going to show up just to be the one to announce it, have the pyro display with the logo revealed, which is exactly what happened. But the Rock also made it known that he was coming back for a reason. He posted earlier today on Instagram a picture of the Rolex that Cody had gifted him, Roman, and Seth prior to their WrestleMania match last year. Just a picture of the Rolex, I guess with like the backdrop of New Orleans, just implying that he was coming to New Orleans for Cody. Right, and like the thing is that Rolex was like something that like we'd known about. We heard the story of Cody gifting that to the other members of the tag team match, and we assumed that the night after WrestleMania, the item that The Rock handed back to Cody that we don't visually see was that Rolex, where The Rock told Cody to, I forgot what the exact phrase was, but he told Cody something such as like, "Don't break my heart again," which I guess my interpretation of that was pretty much him telling Cody like, like, F the Rolex, I don't want it. Like, don't think that you ever need to gift me something as a consolation. And the real consolation would be a title match with him, an eventual title match, which is what I thought would be coming this year at WrestleMania. I mean, just lead the months after WrestleMania 40. That was kind of the idea, is we were thinking we would be getting Cody versus Rock eventually, because The Rock pinned Cody on night 1 of WrestleMania 40, and Cody did beat Roman on night 2. Naturally, you're going to have The Rock come back as an eventual contender to the title. And as the months led on, nothing really indicated that. We had the return at Bad Blood, which was just so weird, and it annoys me the more we go on, because Punk and Drew in the Hell in the Cell should have main evented that show without any doubt. It was known for weeks, and for some reason that match opened, and you had The Rock just show up after Cody and Roman had beaten Solo and Jacob, and didn't really do much, didn't really indicate anything, or if he was directly after either of those guys. Just showed up, did a few gestures, and left. Cut a promo on Instagram that he posted that didn't make it on air, but nothing with really any substance. You assume he's going to show up at War Games. He does not. You know he's going to show up to the first Raw on Netflix, just because you know the occasion is set for someone like The Rock to be there. But he doesn't even announce he's going to be there until the night prior, I believe, or the day prior. It goes up on Instagram, similarly to the current situation. And then The Rock shows up, opening the Raw premiere on Netflix, and it was a just big, like, he came out there pretty much as Dwayne Johnson, welcoming Netflix, welcoming the world to Monday Night Raw, just making it like a very welcoming display. Nothing of the sort of what we'd seen with the Final Boss last year in 2024, which is fine. I totally get that. Like you people recognize The Rock. They don't want The Rock. They don't expect to see The Rock, in that type of character as the first thing they see when they give wrestling a chance for the first time in a while, or the first time ever. So I get that. But you should have also planted some proper seeds for anything that is going to be happening in the near distant future. And it just seemed like, so one of the things was Cody was in the crowd sitting front row during that promo. And The Rock pretty much acknowledged Cody as a friend, and it seemed like in a lot of what he said was just wrapping up their whole story arc. Whereas the last time they had met in the ring, I was there in person the night after WrestleMania at Monday Night Raw in Philadelphia. Um, it looked like Rock was, pretty much giving Cody like passive aggressive hints of like, I'm coming after you eventually. Obviously the situation with whatever he handed back to Cody, which many people think was the Rolex, which shows up on that Instagram post from earlier today. So you think it's gonna come into play on SmackDown. Um, and yeah, I mean, so right, you had Rock pretty much being cool with Cody at that point on the Raw Netflix premiere. They have, some shots of tequila together, and it's cool. I love to see that at the same time, but like I thought these two had a story they were gonna tell together that would culminate a few months from now at WrestleMania in Vegas. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, just thinking like, it kind of hurts a little bit of what you built in the lead up to WrestleMania last year. In a way, you could enjoy that as a standalone time period, and just that build up to WrestleMania 40 being so special. What The Rock did during those months and how he made a lot of the fans feel was very special. Now it's just kind of like you had this stuff with Cody on the Netflix premiere, seemed kind of weird. You had him show up to bestow the Ula follow on Roman after he defeated Solo. A part of me was hoping a Rock Bottom would follow so we could have a clear indication of Rock versus Roman finally going down this year. Did not happen. And now we're at the point where, right, The Rock has this tease, this huge tease going into SmackDown. Um, and he comes out, does the WrestleMania 42 announcement early on, which I like. I like to get that out of the way. Like, you knew it was coming. It was a cool moment and, awesome, exciting stuff. But then he goes into the real reason why he came here. He calls out Cody. Cody comes out, and The Rock proceeds to just repeat, and it just seemed like, right, he's not given a script. I don't know when was the last time The Rock was given a script to go out there and communicate what he needed to communicate for a segment. He's good at reading the crowd, able to kind of identify how to go about his whole segment. But this just seemed like a lot of like him improvising and not really having much to say or any clear direction of what this is even supposed to be. I'm obviously, Rock and Cody both know what the idea is behind this, whether The Rock's going to be competing at WrestleMania or not, whether he's going to be in a match or if he's just going to be present in some role that aligns with what Cody's doing, which seems like it's going to be the case right now, because The Rock goes ahead and tells Cody, I need you to be my champion. You're a great champion. You've been a great champion. You're doing everything great, but I want you to be my champion. Just repeating that, my champion, my champion. Never really elaborating on what it means to be his champion. And Cody just tells him, like, you above anyone else should know I'm the people. I'm like, doesn't say I'm the people's champion, but he says I'm their champion. Like, I would have assumed he would have called himself the people's champion just to kind of make that segment have a little bit of heat. It just seemed so awkward. It didn't even seem like Cody knew how to respond to a lot of this. So right, The Rock didn't even, so he's saying I want you to be my champion. He's on the board of TKO. He is the final boss. They're really diving deep into that, where like The Rock pretty much had Cody pulled out of the planned match for that night, which was a 6-man tag, and that match turned into a tag team match because of it. And Nick Aldis said, I'm not the one that made the call, the final boss did. Like, they're kind of leaning into that. The Rock is, established as an authority figure, which he was last year in a way. Right, but also he was building up towards a match. So now it just seems like, what is this? Like, the one thing is, he asked Cody, you don't have to give me an answer tonight, but I'll be present at the Elimination Chamber in Toronto. Give me your answer then. Which is cool. We'll have a follow-up 8 days from now, which is close enough, because we're just kind of left confused, versus, the gaps in time of The Rock appearing, like the night after WrestleMania in April, to then show up in October, 6 months later, and then 3 months later on the Raw Netflix premiere, and then now a little over a month after showing up on this random episode of SmackDown, just because it so happened to be in the host city of WrestleMania next year. We're gonna have to see more of this. This is kind of like, I have no idea where this is heading, because he's asking Cody for an answer on if he will be his champion, doesn't really elaborate on what that means, and then proceeds to tell Cody, above all else, well, before he gets to that, he kind of tells Cody, like, if you elect to do so, to be my champion, I will elevate you to a higher level. I can make your dreams come true. I can make your wife's dreams come true, your daughters, and then the generations that follow her. All these things, pretty much saying he can elevate Cody to a higher level than what he's already at right now if he accepts this offer. Again, an offer that we don't really know what it implies at all. And then he tells Cody, above all else, I want that, pointing at pretty much Cody's chest. And it looks like he has the championship on his shoulder. And then Cody responds and saying, well, this is what it's all about. You want this championship, the championship I'm holding. And then The Rock tells him, no, you got it wrong. I don't want that. I want your soul. And I was just like, that was the most cringe thing I could have heard. Like, I thought we were getting somewhere with The Rock saying, I want the title. At least that makes us know, like, okay, The Rock potentially may be in line for a title match. This may come at WrestleMania. And that got me, like, thinking, like, what's going to happen with the chamber? If will the winner of the chamber get their rightful title match at WrestleMania? Or is it going to be a situation where The Rock overpowers that and sets up this match with him and Cody, and then eventually that chamber winner finds a way to get themselves into the main event and it becomes a triple threat match? That I don't know. I mean, what's some speculation, and I know there was a press conference following SmackDown. I didn't see it, but I also kind of briefly saw a snippet of a quote from The Rock where pretty much implied that he isn't looking to have a match with Cody, that he can tell a story with Cody without them having an actual match with each other in the ring, which has me feeling like, okay, like, are they just gonna have The Rock serve as like some authority figure for Cody, where he's just constantly breathing down his neck, getting involved in his storylines? Like, I don't want that. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want that. I feel like that devalues like Cody's reign. I like, it's going well, like, I thought the stuff with Owens was great. I thought, maybe like some of the things that came prior, maybe the solo stuff wasn't for you, wasn't like, I enjoyed their SummerSlam match. The feud wasn't anything crazy. Obviously the AJ stuff was amazing, but like, like Cody's reign was going very well, and it still is. And I feel like, like, if this is like something they're using as like a means of having Cody turn heel, like, it just seems weird. Like, I don't know where it's gonna go, what it means for Cody to sell his soul to The Rock. Like, it's just, that's such a cringy line, because it's just like I don't want to see The Rock play this role of like, I don't know, like playing like Satan trying to claim someone's soul, like, or if it's supposed to be like like something alluding to like a person trying to grow in fame, selling their soul for a more prominent position in society. I just feel like that's such a weird story to tell with Cody and Rock, and that's nothing that I was expecting or even think would come off good in any way. And from the looks of it, it's not going to lead to a match. from what The Rock had proclaimed afterwards. So if you're doing all of this just for The Rock and Cody to not happen, just for Rock and Roman to not happen, like if The Rock's available to be at WrestleMania, why the heck are you not doing Roman versus Rock right now? Like, that's the match that we need to get before it's too late. Last year, it wasn't the time. Everyone made it known it wasn't the time. And I stand by, like, I don't care that if maybe that was the only opportunity for Roman and Rock to happen, it wasn't the time. It was Cody versus Roman 2 had to happen exactly like it did, and The Rock being a part of it really added a lot to it. But I think if you were gonna, if you were gonna push that aside for Rock versus Roman, it just was not the time. WrestleMania 39 could have been Rock versus Roman. This year could have been Rock versus Roman. It's on The Rock to make time. I get it, he's a busy guy, but you want to tell this story, you want to have that match in particular, you got to make time for it. If that match isn't happening this year, whether it be Cody versus Rock or Rock versus Roman, I just don't feel like having The Rock as a part of WrestleMania this year really matters. I thought the WWE was doing fine without him. It's better with The Rock, don't get me wrong. It's good to have him there. But I feel like in this capacity, to get involved in whatever Cody's doing going into WrestleMania, but it's not necessarily to have a match with them and just be I don't even know, just a part of the whole build up and the execution of the match. Like, I just don't know how that can be a positive. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do something that leads to a really big moment at WrestleMania that involves The Rock and just a big payoff to whatever is going on here. We certainly will have more answers following the Elimination Chamber next Saturday. So I'm hoping for more there. I'm curious who's going to win the Chamber. I want Punk to win. I think the ideal scenario here, and a lot of people aren't going to like it, but I would have Logan Paul or Drew McIntyre be the ones to eliminate John Cena, one or the other, whoever you want to set up a match for. I would personally love for Drew and Cena to have a match, because with the rumors of Drew's position on the card, again, nothing against Damian Priest or LA Knight if those are either or both of his opponents. I think Drew deserves a bigger spot on that card, and nothing is bigger other than a title match than to be John Cena's final WrestleMania opponent. I think Drew has earned that, and I think it would make for a great match. So I would personally want Drew to eliminate Cena in the Chamber early on. It's a huge shock because, Cena made it to the final 2 of the Rumble and lost to Jey. We didn't expect that. We're going into the Chamber thinking Cena's the clear odd-on favorite. He's going to have his match with Cody at WrestleMania, only for Drew to eliminate him early on, maybe even the first elimination of the match, as a means of shock value. You can do that. You can have Logan Paul be the one to, and you could do Logan Paul versus Cena. I personally would rather do Drew versus Cena. I think I enjoy Logan Paul in the ring. I don't care for him to be John Cena's final WrestleMania opponent. I want something more memorable for Cena's final WrestleMania match. I get it, like in terms of attracting people that aren't fans of the product to a match, Logan versus Cena will draw without a doubt. But if you're going to set up Drew potentially for a big title win or just a big push in general, I don't know if it's going to lead to him beating Cody for the title at some point, but Drew is due for a strong 2025 after the work he put in 2024. I don't think he can really have a much better position at Mania than a victory over John Cena in his final WrestleMania match. Cena can build up to winning the 17th championship. It could even be him defeating Drew after pretty much getting back a win on Drew after Drew would beat him at WrestleMania. I think that would be totally perfect way to do it. So I would personally have that. I would have the final 2 of the Chamber be Seth and Punk. And it looks like Seth's about to win. You have Seth with the upper hand, getting the win back from the Raw Netflix premiere. And then you have Roman coming out from under the Chamber, like just opening up one of the panels from the outside area, kind of similar to Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho situation Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, Undertaker from the Elimination Chamber back in 2010, if you guys have seen that. Like, have something like that where Roman just sneaks his way into the chamber, takes out Seth, and Punk gets the pin on Seth. There, you pretty much execute the favor that we have been, thinking about for months since prior to Survivor Series. That was the favor. Punk had Heyman ensure that Roman got Punk the victory he needed to secure a WrestleMania main event. You got that good to go. You have Punk and Cody in the WrestleMania 41 main event on night 2. Honestly, to be fair, I think having The Rock involved in that would be kind of cool. Not gonna lie, like, I want to see Rock and Punk interact. So I think that would be honestly not too bad. I might be over jumping it at the moment. So I would say, best thing is just to wait and see it play out as we have to. We're leading up to WrestleMania. The payoff at WrestleMania is what we're expecting to really live up, not the journey, because there were parts of the WrestleMania 40 journey that were a little shaky. A lot of things were shaky. I'm coming for you, Roman, but not at WrestleMania. And what spawned from that was, one of the best WrestleMania moments of all time. 2 great main events in Philadelphia. So, yeah, my idea being, it sucks that it seems like Rock is showing up for WrestleMania season. He'll be at WrestleMania, but now we know or have the idea that it won't even potentially be for a match, but just to be involved with whatever Cody's doing. Kind of rubs me the wrong way, but again, let's see it play out. I'm excited for the Elimination Chamber. My hope is Punk wins it. I want Punk in that spot. I want him to get his main event this year. I'm going to be there, so I want to be there for that. I may have to go to New Orleans to see his main event if he doesn't get it this year, which not too bad of a thing to do either. So, yeah. And, I think Cena can win it too. But like I said, I as much as Cena versus Cody would be a great main event, I think you can hold off on Cena's chase for the 17th. Like, he has a whole final year up until the end of December for this run. I would not expect him to win the WWE Championship before SummerSlam. I would probably expect him to even win it after SummerSlam. So I think there's a lot of time for Cena to get that moment. I don't think it has to happen at WrestleMania, but I do think he deserves a pretty formidable opponent at WrestleMania. And, Drew is very well deserving of a top spot. Put them together, they'll create magic. I'm certain of it. So yeah, guys, just a quick video. I was, kind of baffled by what I saw on SmackDown tonight. Weird stuff. The Rock just did not seem to really be going anywhere with what he was saying. And maybe he was, and we don't see the big picture like him and Cody and Triple H do. But as just a segment in itself, it was so awkward. It was so cringy at times. No, that's not fair. It wasn't cringy. Like, the I want your soul line was very cringy and just was dumb to me. But the promo itself was just where are you getting at with this? It's very much, it doesn't seem like it's leading anywhere. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's see where they take it. We have Elimination Chamber where we're going to have a segment with Rock and Cody. Curious how it will play into the actual result of the Chamber match, if anything is connected there. So yeah, just have that to look forward to. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like this video, leave some comments on your thoughts and where you think everything is going in the coming months leading up to WrestleMania in Vegas. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for everything. Looking to upload more videos leading up to WrestleMania. So yeah, take care, guys. And this is AJZ Studios signing out.